What, dude? It is something that we'll probably have to monitor, keep an eye on. Hey, don't be a jerk. Well, what's up, guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and I just got a package in the mail, and I totally 100% feel like I was bullied or peer pressured into making this purchase. This was not my idea whatsoever. I'm not mad about it, but let me explain. Hey guys, today's video is sponsored by Truebill. Truebill is an all-in-one personal finance app that helps you save money and spend less. With Truebill, you can find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, lower bills, monitor your credit score, and build savings. So not only will it allow you to put everything in one place as far as you basically enter your banking information, your credit cards, it'll show you all that stuff in one place, but it does a lot of other cool things too. So one of those is you can cancel subscriptions. Truebill is going to go into your records and see that, and it's going to tell you, because sometimes we forget. Like my wife subscribes to a lot of TV programming, different stations, and she forgets. I have no doubt. It's not me, it's her. They're going to help you lower your bills. So you basically take a picture of your cell phone bill, cable bill, whatever it is, upload it. Truebill will go in there and help you lower your bill. I pretty much use it every day. I get all kinds of notifications every time my wife spends money. So if you want to check it out, you can try Truebill for free. You can go to truebill.com/armsfamily or check the link in the description box. Huge thank you to Truebill for sponsoring today's video. So a couple videos back, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I was out here at the barn messing with the animals, and I kept saying the flies were terrible, and they were just all over the cows and everybody. Mostly horse flies, and I was really the cows' faces were getting just eat up with horse flies. And I do use a lot of different things to control flies on our property around the livestock. Usually permethrin sprays and just horse fly sprays that you can buy, but that stuff is pricey. And I kind of made a few comments on a video about flies being somewhat of a problem. And let me tell you what, you guys in the comment section were like, you went to battle for Jason at Cog Hill Farm. I know Jason had used some predator wasp to control flies around his animals, and I watched the video and stuff, but I was kind of holding off for a little while to see maybe a little bit of results, maybe to see what Jason said about it. So I called Jason from Cog Hill Farm and talked to him, and he was like, hey, I don't know exactly how well they're working yet, but we don't have a fly problem currently. Well, after about the 9,000th comment on YouTube and Facebook saying I needed to get some predator fly wasp, basically beneficial insects that control flies. Well, here we are. I ordered them. So this came today. I ordered from Jeffers Vet Supply, or Jeffers Pet Supply. I'm not sure what it's called, but they're actually from a company called Kunafin. Kunafin the insectary, I don't know. They're called beneficial wasp, but they're not like what I have a problem with, like the red wasp and the yellow jackets and the dirt daubers. These are a beneficial insect that come in this. This is like a bedding plus their eggs. So the little dark spots you see in there are eggs, and the light stuff is just bedding. So we're gonna sprinkle these around the cows, around the where the hay is kind of piling up, and a few places where some, like in the bedding under the barn. I'm gonna kind of mix them into some hay under the barn, because I don't want the chickens to just scratch them all up and eat them all. But we're gonna spread some of these out and see if it starts to help. Right now, well, let's just take a look at the cows.
What's up, Pepper? I didn't bring you a snack, I'm sorry. What? What? You need some snacks? Now I have noticed that some days the flies are a lot worse than others. And we'll just use Joe as an example here. Little Joe. The warm days where the sun's out and it's like 75 degrees, the horse flies will just attack their faces. But for the most part, we're dealing with these little small flies. Would you be still? I'm trying to use you as an example. And I spray Joe a couple times a week. You can see he's got a few flies on his back right here. Some of the other cows, they're covered in hay right now, but if you'll look right at the top of her back, you'll see a few flies on her. It's really not too bad on the cows today. What? Huh? What, buddy? And I don't see any horse flies, which is a good thing. But it did rain last night, and the more moisture we have, the more likely, you know, we are to have more flies. So before we start putting these out, let's walk over in the barn. I'll kind of show you. There's probably a lot more flies in there where Freedom and the two baby donkeys are. Not so much horse flies, just your common black little annoying house fly like we all have in our homes this time of year. Flies are terrible. We live about a mile and a half from a commercial chicken farm, an egg farm, and there are about 12 barns there that house over 1 million laying hens apiece. So you can imagine the amount of fly problem we deal with because of that. Hi, Phoebe. Hey, Phoebe. And Fallon. Hey, your forehead's losing some hair, babe. What's going on with your forehead? Your stitches are healing up well. See, there's a few flies on the donkeys, not a lot, but here's what I'm talking about. Do you see all the hundreds of flies that get on the wall in here? And I know part of it is to blame on this, the moisture that comes off the barn. Oh, wow, did you see that? You guys can't see it. They're flies. But when that chicken walked through here, there was about 1,000 flies. And right out here where, oh look, there's some of the birds we hatched out. A couple ducks and a couple chickens. Houston's two little ducks from Jamie at I'm a Survivor. But anyways, right out here is where Freedom likes to use the bathroom a lot. So according to the instructions and the videos I watched, you know, obviously that's where your flies are gonna lay their eggs. And basically these little wasp don't attack an adult fly, they attack the larvae, the maggots. So you spread the wasp eggs out in places like that, places like this, in and around the bedding, basically wherever flies are laying eggs in that general area. And once they hatch out, they attack, they actually lay an egg, the wasp lays an egg in the fly larvae, and then another wasp is born, kills the fly larvae, and that's kind of how the cycle works from what I've read. And the goal here is just to keep our animals as happy and healthy as we can, because we don't want them dealing with flies. And we'll spray them with fly spray as much as we can, but if we can use something that's not a chemical to help control some flies and pests and a problem around a barn, then it's worth a shot. And like I said, I have never used these before, so this is the first time for me. What is it? You can't eat these, but we're just gonna start spreading them out and see how they work. Hey, Phoebe. Phoebe. Hey, would you get off of my camera? See these wood shavings and stuff like this? All the moisture that holds down under there, that is the perfect spot for those fly to lay their eggs. We're gonna cover them up just to, maybe to keep the chickens from eating so many of the larvae. What are you complaining about, Goose? Hey, goats. You goats move. How am I supposed to show anybody what I'm doing? Nobody can see it.
It's not food, goats. I'm not trying to feed y'all. What's up, little Ralphie? You gonna have any flies on you right now? No flies. Oh, Ralph. Old Ralph here, still weaning off his mom. He's not real happy with me right now, but actually what I think I'll probably do is turn him out in here with the goats, and then he'll have this whole pasture out here that he can graze in and be separate from his mom, but still share a fence. Because it is weaning time. He probably should have been weaned off of his mom, you know, several weeks ago, but that's all right. He's okay. So I didn't realize it at first, but it looks like a ton of these wasps have already started hatching out in here. So it shouldn't take long for them to get to work. I know I watched a few videos on these things, and some of the videos suggested waiting until you see, you know, 10 or 12 of them already hatching out. Well, there's already, there's probably way more than that hatched out. There's a bunch, but okay, yes sir. Some of the videos that I saw, you know, said they'll show up and they won't be hatched out yet to go ahead and put them out, and then they'll start hatching within a few days. Well, these little wasps are already hatching. When I say wasp, you see how tiny. It's a rooster fight out here. Not a fight, like a war, a crowing war, to see who can crow the most. But anyways, they're a tiny little thing, so they're not gonna sting a person. So just because they're called a wasp does not mean they're gonna bother a human. What is it, Steve? Huh? Pepper, don't knock my camera over. Hey, you knock it off. You knock it off. Why are you messing with my camera? Are you demanding treats? So these old areas where there's hay, you know, just leftover hay piled up on the ground's an ideal place for flies to come lay their eggs. So I'm just kind of spreading it on this kind of stuff and then covering it up so the chickens don't just come right in and eat all of our wasp, because I definitely think they could. What are you doing, Psycho? This right here would be another perfect spot, right where alpacas are pooping. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of kick a little bit of stuff over the top of that, protect it from the chickens. There you go. Now I know this is not gonna be like the end all be all to flies. I don't feel like it's just gonna be a miracle cure. It is something that we'll probably have to, what, dude? It is something that we'll probably have to monitor, keep an eye on. Hey, don't be a jerk. Why are you trying to knock me over? Something that we're gonna have to keep an eye on, and probably reapply these wasps every so many weeks. I need to do a little bit more research and see how long the first batch should last. Probably 2 to 3 weeks. We'll probably have to reapply to kind of try to stay ahead of that life cycle, because these wasps don't attack an adult fly. They just basically eat the larvae, or don't eat them. They lay eggs in the larvae, and then their larvae eats the other larvae. I don't know. I'm gonna go get Pepper some treats. Probably not little Joe there, because he's a jerk trying to knock me off my seat. I know it's not proper, but Pepper's favorite treat are these nay nibblers, horse treats. Probably not the best thing to be feeding a potbelly pig, but she loves them, and so does Steve. And the good thing about these the cows really don't care for them.
Come on, Pepper, come get a treat. Come on, Steve. Here you go. I told you I'd bring you a treat. You know it's rude to smack, right? Oh, Pepper, she's a smacker. Bella! Bella! Knock it off. Here you go, Steve. You want one? There you go, buddy. There you go. What are you two doing? Bella likes these treats too. Pepper, man, you ran Steve off. Here, Steve, I'll give you one more. Here you go.
All right, that's enough treats for Pepper. So, like I said, this is the first time I've ever used beneficial insects or Kunafin wasp to control flies. So let me know in the comment section if this is something you've done. I know I had 1,000 comments the other day telling me I needed to try it, but I don't know if it was from anybody that had successfully used these things. I mean, maybe there's people out there that use them quite a bit. From the videos I saw online, it looks like they're extremely popular in large agriculture settings like dairies and feedlots, places where they raise a bunch of horses, or poultry barns, turkey barns, things like that. Pretty sure I just heard thunder. But I've never seen anyone use them until Jason from Cog Hill did. So be sure to go check out Jason's channel, Cog Hill Farm. He's been using them for a couple weeks now, and we'll see what the results are on his farm, and then I'll keep you guys in the loop here. Probably going to order another batch of them in a couple weeks and see if we can stay ahead of the flies, because they're just annoying for me and the animals, and not to mention they are like a parasite. Basically, they're sucking blood from our livestock, which reduces their body condition and makes them, you know, not as healthy and stuff. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Y'all have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.